Happy Monday. You all know what day it is. You all know what I'm about to tell you. You know that I'm about to tell you that I'm gonna sit up way too freaking late so that I can tell you that Dominic Mysterio has a match with Edge tonight and that Rhea Ripley is gonna be ringside. You know that's what I'm about to tell you, right? Okay, I told you that. Now let me tell you things that you're actually here for. Hi, my name is Tamika. Welcome back to my channel. I took some time off last week. It was so freaking needed. I ended up going to HorrorCon. It was absolutely fantastic. I had the time of my life. I went with my girlfriend and we just had the time of our life. Literally, we walked around and went to the different tables and we met Chandler Riggs, which was fantastic. And we did a bunch of, you know, just fun stuff. We like explored Cincinnati. She wanted to go to IKEA because she had never been, so we went to IKEA. We just kind of like hung out and relaxed and took it really easy. I did not vlog anything, and I literally uploaded one video last week, and it was probably one of the most refreshing things that I've ever done. I have been experiencing some very serious burnout in the last couple months, and I've not really been able to pinpoint where it's been coming from. And I'm sorry, this glare is getting on my nerves. Let me see if I can turn down my brightness on my laptop, because I think that's where it's coming from. It is, yeah, okay. So I've been experiencing some pretty bad burnout for a couple months, and I haven't really known how to rectify the situation without just straight up taking a break. And I've actually just came to the point where I was like, okay, it's either I take a break and I give myself a minute to like actually recharge, or something bad is going to happen and something's gonna give on the other side. So I just decided, you know what? I uploaded my wrap up. Let's just take a break. And that's what I did. I literally took a break. I did not really read over this last week. I did not make content outside of like TikToks that I then transferred onto, you know, Instagram. I did take a picture just to let everyone know that I was at Horror Hound Weekend, but I literally did not do anything. I was just there. I just existed for like 7 days, and it was so liberating to just take a step back from content and social media and reading, because like I shared this in my monthly reset that, you know, content creation is kind of a part-time job for me. I mean, you all saw all the statistics on like what I bring home. It's not enough to replace my day job. Let's be honest about that. No, this isn't like a literal job that I have, but it is. Like, it is my part-time job. So I didn't do any work for my part-time job. I literally worked my regular 9 to 5, and I didn't even work a full 9 to 5 last week because we had a holiday and I had an extra day off because of my trip. So I ended up taking a lot of just needed time off. Getting to take just a tiny little break really rejuvenated my desire to do a ton of fun things, and I have so many cool video ideas planned, and I have so many plans for what I want to do over the upcoming months and for the end of the year. I'm very excited. Taking a break was one of the best decisions I could have made, because, you know, I think sometimes I forget that this is kind of a part-time job. I'm excited to be back on regular schedule, regular programming, you could say, aka I'm watching wrestling. It is Monday night. I have still not told you about the books I'm reading right now, because I know how to vlog and be a YouTuber. All right, let me tell you what I'm reading. We'll tell you kind of what the goals for the week are, you know, like we'll just kind of like set the scene. What are we gonna do? I'm trying to give you all more structure. You're welcome, Ashley. Ashley definitely did not tell me that I essentially have no structure in my vlogs and that it's literal chaos, and that you sit down, you watch one, and you're like, what the fuck was that at the end of it? You know what? It's fair, because I agree. Let's see. What are we gonna read? What are we reading, you all? Okay, let's firstly start with, I'm currently reading The Madhouse by Liza James. This is a new series, a new book by her. It's currently telling me that I'm 10%. I know better. I know I'm much further than that. I think I'm like 40-some%. I don't have my phone with me to tell you like right off. But I know for a fact I'm like 40% through this. This one in particular is a taboo dark romance, and it is sapphic. I knew you all were gonna guess that. So yeah, this is a sapphic dark romance. This is a Lizzie Borden retelling. Our heroine is very traumatized. Lots of religious trauma. There are cults in here, and a lot of internalized homophobia, a lot of like outward homophobia as well. So lots of homophobia in this situation. Lots of that stuff going on. Literally, our main character is taken out of a psychiatric facility because she has murdered her mother and her father. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you there's a lot of rape in this book. Not on page, just kind of like spoken about that it has happened. So yeah, know that going in. If that's a trigger for you, that is going to be in the book. I will go ahead and tell you that at the point where I'm at, Liza has already made a pretty big freaking hiccup, and I'm just like, are you really doing this to me right now? I hyped up Vibe, hyped up Hush, love both of those books so much, and now it's like everything falls flat. So let me tell you the hiccup. We have a dog in this book, right? The dog's name is Jace. The dog is a girl. Quite literally was reading quotes to my girlfriend, like, I'm not stupid, right? Like, this is a girl. I've highlighted sections of this, so maybe I can actually pull them up and like read them to you. I'm a little concerned because I'm like, Liza baby, pretty sure you made a big hiccup. He says, what kind of dog is Jace? I ask, hoping to change the subject to something a bit more lighthearted. Australian Shepherd. How long have you had her? Since she was a puppy. She's 3 now. She replies, lifting her head, lifting the light blue mug and taking another sip, okay? That's at 17%. At 20%, it says, Jace wants a few feet away from me. He's crouched down low, his entire body tense and alert as he watches the door. He won't even move from his position, and I glance behind me. I can see the shadow of Fee's body sitting on the other side. So, if it had just been like the he thing, I could have understood it, because it could have been like, oh, she just like left the S off. No, it's the his and the her, and I'm like, I don't think this is adding up where it needs to be. So we'll see what happens. That is for sure something that I'm reading and I'm hoping to finish this week. Did finish something today. I finished The Puppet Master, which I need to go in and actually like mark that I read that. I started this last week, I think, and then I just stopped listening to it, and then I finished it today because I realized, oh shit, you are definitely not going to be reading 20 books this month if you don't get your shit together. So yeah, The Puppet Master. Let me tell you about that real quick. This is about a girl who decides to just like quit her job one day because her boss treats her like shit, right? You know, I mean, just girly things. Things that I do on the daily. I just quit my job because my boss treats me like shit. I would have already quit multiple times in my adult life if that was the case. Anyway, she quits her job because her boss treats her like shit and she's tired of it. So she goes to this place and she applies to be the puppet master's slave, submissive. I don't know how you word this. Anyway, she goes and she decides to be in the running for this position. Lo and behold, he picks her. Are we shocked? No one is shocked by that. It's literally called the Puppet Master, and you know that's what's gonna happen. So he just takes her and she's his puppet. It was fine. I think I'm gonna land on a 4-star, a low 4-star, but still a 4-star, because I'd still recommend it. Maybe a 3.75. I enjoyed the entire concept. I like the idea of like the Puppet Master, and I felt like the story was pretty entertaining, all things considered. My issue really just stems with the ending was very wrapped up, and I felt like we could have just done with some more world building, some more anything else. Like, give me more with like the storyline. Give me more with their actual relationship. I feel like their relationship was very, very sex heavy, we didn't really get the romance. Like, the romance was not built up compared to like this other subplot. So I feel like it could have done with like another 100 pages to actually build up, you know, an actual relationship between the two of them and not just a sexual relationship. Was I mad about it? No. Like I said, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Probably 3.75. But very enjoyable. Would recommend. Would pick up again. Well, not again. I would not read it again, but I would continue reading from author. So, do I make any sense? No. I don't think y'all show up here for me to make sense, though, to be honest. But what I can tell you is I gotta go watch my boy Dom beat some ass. So, I'll catch you in the next clip. Hopefully I will have actually, you know, made progress on said book that I'm supposed to be reading. And I'll have coherent thoughts, which, I mean, don't hold me to it. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'll try really hard.
Don't pick me up 'cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe.
This is the worst lighting I have in my house. You are seeing all the grain. I hate to hear it for y'all, because this is what we're doing. I'm attempting really hard here to actually tell you reading updates instead of just being like, oh, by the way, I'm reading books. So here's my reading update. I don't remember what I talked about last night though, so that's frustrating. You know, I wish I would have known what I was talking about the other night, because I don't remember. This is why my vlogs are just like chaos constantly. So listen, I read Hate Me by Ashley Jade. This book was so good. So good. So it's a step-brother, step-sister romance. Very on part with other things I'm reading right now. I'm just having a very taboo reading week, and that's where we're at with life. So I'm reading I read a step-brother, step-sister romance. This book has blood play in it. It's by A. Jade, who's also Ashley Jade. And reading this book was just like, are you sure you don't want to go to Book Bonanza? We could beat Liza and Ashley Jade. And like, my brain is just over here like, Tamika, you need to chill out. We can't afford to go to Book Bonanza. Okay? So just take the idea and get it off your brain. Anyway, the point is, are you all tired of my chaotic energy yet? I am. Anyway, I read this. This is literally about a girl whose dad dies and her mother ends up getting with her nemesis's dad. And they want to have a picture perfect family, and he's a bully to her, and like, that's essentially what I can tell you about the storyline. They move very quickly. They are having, like, they have sexual tension from the beginning. She starts at this like elite school, and when she's at this elite school, she is actually kind of the odd one out because she doesn't come from like a ton of money, and she's like, you know, she's not like everyone else in the place. And she's a redhead, and she is constantly teased about the fact that she's a redhead, but I love redheads, so they can all suck it. She is endlessly bullied by her stepbrother, and it gets worse when he becomes her stepbrother, and she has really bad sexual tension with her stepbrother. I don't think this is shocking considering it's a stepbrother stepsister romance. It's very fast-paced, very quick. It moves so fast, it's unreal. It is just a wild ride. It is very classic Ashley Jade of like lots of twists, lots of turns, lots of things happening, but very entertaining, and like not as good as the Devil's Advocate series, but still really good. If you are remotely concerned, there is some talk of like homophobia in here. There are some homophobic comments in this one, specifically around 2 girls in the story, and it's specifically from like peers, so it's not necessarily from our main characters, but it is in here if you're like sensitive to that, because you know that there's a lot of oh, there's piss play in this again. Ashley Jade loves pissing in people's mouths. I don't know why, but this woman just loves pissing in people's mouths. So our hero pisses in this dude's mouth who tries to rape our heroine. Yeah. So with that being said, check it out. It's actually pretty good. I really, really liked it. I gave it a 4-star. I also read a Whitney G book, which I don't remember what it was called. I'll pop it up here. This one was really cute. It was an office romance, and it's specifically a Christmas. Did I say it was a Christmas romance and just repeat myself? Probably. The boss refuses to let anyone have PTO during the holiday season, and he makes them go on this like all expenses paid trip, like kind of like The Bachelor style. It's very weird. It's a very weird concept. And he wants to date his assistant, and his assistant, they can't stand each other because they argue and they bicker, and she has a really shitty boyfriend, and you know, it was just, Phoenix, if you do not stop hitting this tripod, me and you were gonna fight. It was really cute and I enjoyed it. But let me tell you what I'm the most excited to read. Oh my God, Phoenix is gonna knock this whole tripod over. It's gonna go flying. Oh, please do not, please behave. Please do not be you. Stop that. I am rereading The Protege by Brianna Hale. I know this is not the time to be rereading this because we just had the live show. That's Phoenix and Dallas deciding they need to run rampant in my house. But I just got my copy back in the mail, and you can see my friends have annotated it for me. And I did add a little section for me because I am going to be rereading it. And as I reread, I'm going to highlight more parts, just specifically because I want to see what everyone put in my book. I am doing a reread. I'm using a pink highlighter this time. I'm only 15 pages in, but I've already basically highlighted every single page because I have a problem. And let me just say, I hate her name. Isaboo. Hate it. Boo. Bo. Whatever the fuck her name is. Can't stand it. I don't like it. And I'm just living my best life over here. This copy is absolutely destroyed. I'm gonna have to get another copy of it for like just holding on to purposes, but this copy, I'm very excited. I can't wait to put my little stamp in here, and I want Brianna to eventually sign this. So listen, Lilith, I'm gonna need you to just hop yourself over onto a plane and come to the States so that I can get my book signed from you. Thanks very much. I'm reading all the things right now. I'm gonna actually probably go and read The Madhouse because that's what I want to read right now outside of this. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want to continue reading on this right now or if I want to read that, but I think this is gonna be like a casual read for me because I'm not, you know, super stressed about finishing it right away. So this might just be something that sits here and like I read it as I do and as I can. But I really want to read The Madhouse, so I might go find my Kindle so I can read that.
I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the
So I did make it a good ways through Queen Takes Rose. I believe that's what this one's called. I don't know. It's the last book in the Wicked Villain series. I'm like 70-some% through this and I'm nearly done with it. I'm loving this one. It's fantastic. Aurora has her nipples pierced and I love it. I also love that Mahone is, or Malone. Is it Mahone? Malone? I don't know. She is a more masculine presenting woman and I'm just loving it. It's giving me life. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna finish this probably tomorrow. I'm very excited to continue it. And I'm loving their chemistry. It's fantastic. I love the way they interact together. It's just chef's kiss. I love it so much. I'm also currently reading a book called The Catch. If you didn't know, I don't know how y'all didn't know because I've not shut up about it, but I finally launched my freelance services, which my freelance services are, it's mainly social media management, and then I'm also doing video editing, but that is a completely separate thing. So we're not going to talk about that, but I'm mainly doing video editing, and I am started reading a book specifically for one of the authors that I'm working with. I'm just making like a couple TikToks for her, and I want to tell you about it because I've been reading it all day, and I'm like 46% I want to say through it. I'm a decent way through this. This is a bodyguard romance, and it's gonna be kinky. Like, this author is like heavy into the BDSM, and I'm excited because like it's about literally this girl who's stuck in an estate, and her adopted brother, not literally her adopted brother, but like her parents took in her like best friend, then his parents died and he was raised with her. There is an age gap. There's a 9-year age gap between the two of them. He's her bodyguard, and they have undeniable chemistry. He's always had feelings for her. She's not always had feelings for him. And he takes her to a secluded cabin. So there's going to be the only one bed trope, and I can't wait for that. So I'm going to hop back to that. Currently I am editing a video for tomorrow, and I'm also watching Rick and Morty while I do that. So, you know, just getting stuff done. I also have to edit a podcast this weekend, and I also have to take photos of my girlfriend's sister this weekend. So very busy weekend. I'm gonna get this stuff done, that way I can go to bed because I'm tired.
Yeah, I just wanna see the light.
Okay, I'm actually You know what I didn't do this week? Finish the damn Madhouse. Do you know how badly I wanted to just finish that damn book? Did it happen? No. But I did read things. So I'm going to tell you about all the things that I read. We'll wrap this weekly vlog up, and we'll hop into the next one because we are going to have another one next week, and hopefully it will be better than this one. So I'm still currently reading The Catch. This is by Kay Carty. I'm still working with this author, so I'm still reading her book so I can make more content for her. I'm reading The Madhouse by Liza James. I do believe I'm over halfway through. I think I'm like 60% through this one. I believe I'm right at 50% through The Catch. So those are two that I will finish next week, sometime during the week. Hoping sooner rather than later. I did end up DNFing Manhunt. That was just not working for me. I'm gonna come back to it later and like not listen to the audiobook because I think that was what was throwing me off. But I did end up finishing a couple things. I finished The Puppet Master, Hate Me, Office Party, and also Queen Takes Rose. I finished Queen Takes Rose on Saturday. I listened to this on the way to my girlfriend's mom's house because I had to help her sister. I helped like put her eyelashes on and stuff, and then we took pictures of her. She was beautiful. She was like the cutest thing ever. Obviously I'm not going to show you all pictures of her because, you know, that's her privacy, and I'm not going to put her on the internet, but she was really cute, and I was so excited to take pictures of her. My girlfriend had a lot of fun too, and she helped me. Like, she was like, wait, do this pose, and she was like trying to help, and it was really cute. So I'm really excited about how those turned out. I'm going to be finishing up that edit of those this week, so I will be doing audiobooking this week as I finish that. I did ultimately finish this on my way home though. I listened to this on the way back after we had went to Spirit Halloween, which you all saw, and we also went to Cheddar's, which was fantastic. We went up to one of the cities closest to us. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but you could probably guess which one. It's the one I used to live in. So I had a lot of fun. I just love going up there, and I love hanging out with her. So I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself, and I read some good books. I really enjoyed the conclusion of the Wicked Villain series. It's not my favorite in the series, but I do really love Aurora. She is one of my favorite characters in the series, and she is just fantastic. And this beautiful masculine woman she's with, crush me with your boot, please and thank you. That's all I've got on that. So So since Aurora does have her nipples pierced in this book, leave me some cherries down below. Or if you're my girlfriend who is literally telling me to use the poop emoji. She just said I'm a shit stain, so that's why you all have to use the shit emoji, so. She says that out of love. I promise she's not being mean. Okay, just leave whatever emoji you want down there. I personally would rather you leave the cherries, but apparently my girlfriend thinks otherwise, so. I'll see y'all in next week's vlog.
Don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like